Welcome back. You're still watching Perspective, and we're still talking about the exhibition, upcoming exhibition that will open on the 15th, you said?
Yeah.
7 days from now. More. 7 working days from now. So tell me more about this exhibition. Is it a solo event in the sense that it's an exhibition that's open, I don't know for how long, but how long is it open for?
1 month.
For 1 month.
15th of August, that's the opening, so from
Right.
16th of August until 15th of September.
And what other events are there event organized around this exhibition? Are there talks? I don't know.
Yes, we've programmed every Saturday to be...
Every Saturday?
Yes, every Saturday. So there's 4 Saturdays that are part of the duration of the show, and every Saturday has a specific event that relates to either works in the exhibition or larger questions. That includes a taxidermy workshop with the scientists from Libby. So
taxidermy workshop.
It's going to be a science performance
about
how to make taxidermy objects.
Oh my God,
that's
probably interesting.
One of
I've never
more
seen one being made.
Yeah, so that's one of the
crazier.
Also looking at urban ecologies and the legacy of ecological footprint in Jakarta, which many people are maybe not so familiar with.
Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, in the neighborhood of Salihara, there is actually quite an interesting history of the ecology there. There's quite unique plants in the area, and so we'll be having a workshop around the urban ecologies of Jakarta, the secret ones that many people aren't familiar with, and then taking a sort of walk in the neighborhood and looking and trying to understand the legacy of the contemporary urban ecology
setting.
Yeah. As well, a nice biodiversity workshop with our colleagues from WALHI, the Indonesian Forum for the Environment. And then this, trying to build some conversations out of the show. If people are interested, the opening is also free and open to the public on the 15th at 7 p.m. Saturday evening. Join us for a celebration there. And Sophie and I will also be giving a curator's talk on the 19th in the evening. So you can find all of that information on the Salihara website. But it would be nice if you're interested in the show and want to hear a little bit more about the curatorial logic, please come to the curator's talk on the 19th.
It would talk about what?
We're going to give a bit of the context of the artworks, the history of the research, and then a bit of the concept of where we're hoping to go with this.
There's also a publication that we are putting out for the 15th of August that's going to be available for free in the exhibition. And as you were asking before, how does one navigate the space? The publication is conceived of as a kind of a guide for walking around. So if someone wants to have a little bit something to hold on to, then this publication can do that.
So you can focus on, oh God, I want to see this, rather than. And between talks, are there other side exhibition, or is it just the exhibition and other?
There are a few workshops, but I mean, Salihara has ongoing additional programming. I think it's important to say that it was simply inconceivable that we could have done such an interesting show without Salihara. They have given us amazing opportunity, tremendous support, and the programming that runs alongside the exhibition, we're hoping will bring in different groups of people. We want we really hope some students will be provoked by the relationship of art and science.
Learn about Indonesia, actually.
The history of Indonesia, and as well the history of science in terms of evolution is an idea that came from Indonesia. And I think the importance of provoking that conversation of if Indonesian biodiversity is the origin of this theory, then what are we doing to protect it? What are we doing to think about it today? And so Salihara, I think, is one of the most interesting contemporary art spaces in Asia, and so we're incredibly lucky to be working with them to make that provocation.
And I'm still thinking about the art part of it. When you look at an exhibition, there are what you call static exhibition, and there are exhibitions that are more or less more interactive, when you have sound, when you have visual, when you have data, whatever. Is it going to be like that, or what's the experience that one can expect going into that room, basically?
We cannot tell you that. That's the unique code.
No, just the gist of it. So it's basically, it's not the, you just go to the panel and then read yourself and then
certainly
nothing
not.
is not.
That would not be an interesting show.
Most of the exhibition, I must say, here is like that.
The art and the scientific specimens are placed really closely together, so the separations might not always be entirely clear. So there's an artist duo from Bogor, Aprina Mowantu and Baroto Yekti. They have conceived of an installation that is called The Obsessive Collector. And that is going to be a lot of specimens, but when you look closely, and I'm not going to give it all away, but when you look closely, it's a little bit different. And so the navigation between those objects is going to be very diverse. And yes, there's audio, there's video, there's photography, there's installation, there's some textile work, there is archival, historical research through the voice of artists. So it's very packed with a lot of different affects and sensations, I think.
Will the artists be there? For example, will they be involved in that exhibition in the sense that, they will be there to talk to you? Whoever wants to talk about whatever they've done.
The artists will be at the opening, as everyone that is here in Jakarta, several of the international artists as well. But then also throughout the workshops, of course, many of them want to be involved in the workshops as well. So if you're interested in their work, I think it's great. Also come to the opening, come to the workshops. There are a few pieces that are being worked on throughout the show. So Farid Rakun and Sigrid Espelin, thank you, is part of their piece has an interactive component which will be workshopped through the course of the exhibition. And so I think that's another chance to meet the artists and see what they're working on.
Can I ask you a question? Like
another one?
A secret question. What would you say people should look out in an exhibition? Is there anything specific that you should look out, or just look for whatever you like? Is there anything that you think is a defining element in the exhibition?
For me, there are certain exhibitions that I have seen in my life that I can recall so strongly that had such an effect on me. And I think one of the main reasons why that happens is because you're not sure where to put it. If I go to a painting show, I say, okay, that was a good painting, that was a bad painting. But the exhibitions that are really memorable, that have influenced my thinking or my life, I was not sure exactly what it was,
and what to make out of it.
And I think that's exactly the definition of an aesthetic experience, that you don't really know exactly what to say. Oh, that's just this. But we're trying to keep you open to these questions a little longer, to keep, before you say, oh, this is about the birds, or this is about oil palm plantation. We want to delay that, and so that you open up to some of these questions.
You have anything to add to it?
That was a really good explanation.
Now let us resume again. So the exhibition opens up on the 15th.
On the 15th at 7 o'clock at Salihara. All are welcome.
And it goes on for 1 month. So
that's correct. And then you can see the website Salihara to see the program. There's a curator's talk on the 19th. And then ongoing events. Also, importantly, there'll be Fred Edwards, the key photographer in the exhibition, will be at the opening. He's coming from the UK. He will also be doing some workshops about his photography, both with National Geographic, who's a partner for the exhibition, as well as with Salihara. So I think it's for people interested in nature photography, make sure you come out to see Fred Edwards.
Great. Okay, I wish you all the luck you need for the next 7 working days. It's such a great enterprise, and it's not an easy feat to complete anyway. It's I hope everything goes as you plan. Things rarely do. And that was it for us. That was Perspective today. We were talking to Etienne Turpin and Anne-Sophie Springer. So come and see the exhibition at Salihara on the 15th. Thank you very much for sharing us. Bye.